Errol Spence Jr. is back in the gym training. He looks like he's getting his weight down and getting ready to come back for 2020.
Yes, sir. I'm back in the office. Second home. I'm back in the office. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm back in the office. Second home. I'm back in the office. Yes, sir. I'm glued up now. That mess took a little real nigga glove up. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Sign up for ESPN Plus below using my link. It definitely helps the channel. Now, Big EJ is back. You guys seen the clip? He's back in the gym. He's throwing punches. Looks like his weight's good. Obviously, his fight hasn't been announced, and we got to see what's next. I, for one, am a fan of Errol Spence, and I'm anxious to see what the next move is for his career. I feel like this is the most important fight in Errol Spence Jr.'s career, and I don't even know who he's fighting. The reason I say that is because he was just involved in a life-changing, life-altering, I'm sure it definitely changes your perception of, how you move in life and how precious it is. And there's just a lot of questions. He may not have questions internally. He knows how he's feeling. He knows, what his body's feeling like when he wakes up, if he feels great, if he has days of soreness, whatever the situation is. There's a lot of speculation. I told you on my team, on my channel, I'm not going to do any of that. I'll let EJ speak for himself. He's a grown ass man, and really just come back when he wants to come back. I think he's owed that. He had a great 2019, in my opinion. Him and Wilder, probably the fight of the year. Derek James, trainer of the year. Look what Derek James did. Errol Spence unified and beat Mikey Garcia every single round. Undefeated fighter who had been kind of pesky and calling out Errol Spence. Errol Spence wasn't really even checking for Mikey until Mikey made it a big deal and kept saying in interviews that he wanted to fight Errol Spence Jr. And then it was manifested. Speak and you shall receive. And, it wasn't what Mikey wanted. He's about to fight Jesse Vargas, but he's been on a long layoff. And we haven't heard much from Mikey since. So Errol Spence had a great year, minus the car accident. But in terms of inside the ring stuff, I thought he had a great year. Then he unified with Sean Porter. Sean Porter brought it, gave his best effort. He got a pivotal knockdown, him being Errol Spence, when it counted late in a close fight. And a lot of people speculate that could have been the major turning point, a difference maker in that particular fight. So in my view, this is just going to be an important fight for Errol Spence just because so many people have questions. Again, for him and his inner circle, people who are around him every day, however he looks, they'll probably be aware of it because they get to see him. But the outside looking in, we just see glimpses. We just see pieces. Errol Spence he's not like, like a media whore, like somebody who wants to just always be in the media, always in the limelight. I think he has a small inner circle and he keeps it that way. And, keeps the circle tight and stuff like that. But he's not starving for interview. I even have an interview, I think, with Errol Spence and have it on camera where he said, he don't even really like doing interviews and he's just getting used to that side of the business. But he's willing to do it because he understands that's how you grow your brand and it's a part of the job, it comes with the territory as you get more popular. But, if it's up to him, it sounds like he just wants to fight, get paid, take care of his family, But a lot of questions. Terrence Crawford made a play to kind of be on Errol's list. Bob Arum's done a lot of talking. First, he said Errol Spence ain't coming back for a long time. He heard from a credible source, but then that was kind of shot down by Errol Spence when he did that live interview. He said, "No, I'm good. I'm trying to come back, fight Danny Garcia. I'm trying to fight Keith Thurman, I think, and he might have said Sean Porter, but he said Pacquiao too. So Danny just won his next fight, and the good thing is PBC's been very quiet. They've been very quiet, and that usually is a good thing. Wilder Fury is a big fight week, so they might be holding off an announcement for maybe a major fight, maybe the return of Errol Spence or something, and he's in the gym, so behind the scenes, that's usually a good sign in boxing. The quieter promoters are and advisors and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. Like with Eddie Hearn and DAZN, you got to watch it because Eddie Hearn's constantly in the public eye, constantly saying we offered Charlo money for Andre. Andre had his own fight with Lucas Keeler. That's who was available for DAZN, for Eddie Hearn. That's the Matchroom card. Yet the conversation that DAZN chose to have and Eddie Hearn was about some alleged offer that sounds suspect to Charlo. You know, it's just a lot of clout chasing in boxing. So that's that. Usually when the negotiations are held behind closed doors and not negotiated in the public, that's usually the best bet for the fight actually happening with little struggle and strife, because when you negotiate through the media, then people like myself and, you know, people who probably aren't even qualified and fans, everybody has an opinion. You know, everyone jumps in the mix and says this and says that, and you don't really get anywhere like you think, because it just becomes like chaotic and calamity. So the fact that we haven't heard nothing about PBC up front, Fox upcoming schedule, Showtime's upcoming schedule, it's been kind of quiet for those fights. I think they're cooking up something and brewing. I don't know what, you know, it's not my job to know what, but as soon as it's revealed, I would let you know. Like, we haven't heard nothing about Pacquiao. He said he wanted to come back, I think, March, April, May. We haven't heard nothing. So I think something is brewing. We're going to see what it is. But good to see Errol Spence Jr. back in the gym, taking it serious. Like I said, he has a second chance at life. I would hope he learns something from it. And, you know, I think this is really his most important fight, because everybody knows the fighter he's always showed and displayed, but now people have a different set of questions just based on the tragedy of what he went through. You know, and I'm not going to rehash all the details and stuff, but you guys, unless you live under a rock, you know what happened with the accident. And, you know, it's just going to be all eyes on him. So he's going to have to come back his own way and make sure that he feels right, and, like, don't just force it. You know, if you don't feel right, you don't feel right, because I think he should do a tune-up. But I asked Derek James that too. They said they might go straight into it. He said it's really whatever Errol wants. He's just there to train him and prepare him as best as he can. So that was a little while ago at the Charlo Harrison fight that I covered in December. We'll see what Errol and team decide. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego, signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.